couple of channel updates, and then it's everything about Nightfall. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Argos Anonymous. I am Argos. It is time to talk about Nightfall. This is the October 20th second MetaZoo booster set release is coming right around the corner. We are starting to see spoilers. We've got some set details, and I've kind of gone through social media and I've just cherry-picked all the things that I think are the important things. If I missed something, put it in the comments to let everybody know about it. This set looks awesome, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's start at the top. So first of all, the release date is October 20th, and so far it hasn't been pushed back. They keep saying October 20th. We were worried about getting delayed because of the changes in distribution and printing. Sounds like it's still October 20th, so that's going to be cool. The other thing is that the Cryptid Nation edition number 2 is now set for after Nightfall. So if you're waiting for that, you'll have to wait a little bit longer. Nightfall's coming first, and then sometime after that, you get the second edition of the first set, Cryptid Nation. The other thing is, do you hear this theme song? This is the Nightfall theme song. It's awesome. You go to YouTube. I'll put the link in the description, but it's on there. If you haven't heard it yet, you got to check it out. It's super retro. It's super fun. We did have some spoilers on the Nightfall box art. It's got Mothman, at least for that side of the box art anyway. I'll put the picture over there. Also, we had a little spoiler from Mike saying that on the box you're going to have some holo elements and some glow-in-the-dark elements on the booster box itself, which is cool and totally fitting with the Nightfall theme. We are going to see a 164 card set, which Cryptid Nation was 159, so this is slightly larger than Cryptid Nation, which is interesting. I sort of wonder if they're going to add some rares, or like where's the ad and what's the purpose? When you look at the financial implications of having too many rares, right? I like to think of it as it's like a mutual fund approach from the manufacturer. If you have too few rares, you run a greater risk of all of the value or much of the value being shunted to certain cards, because you can kind of anticipate power levels and desirability based on the art and special foil treatments, but you don't always know how it's going to work out. And if you have at least a certain number of rares in your set and higher chasey type cards, then it helps to distribute the value more, and your set is, in my opinion, less likely to crash and burn. Whereas if you have a 100 card set, it can be great, but you're kind of risking it there by not diversifying enough as a manufacturer. So I personally like seeing a 164 card set for Nightfall. Next thing is we have a new special themed Holofoil Treatment on Nightfall cards. So you're still going to have reverse holos, and you're going to have full holos, just like we saw in Cryptid Nation. But in addition to that, one in every, I think they said 9 to 12. Don't quote me on that one. That's just, I couldn't find the photo of it, but at some point I swear somebody from MetaZoo said 1 in every 9, 1 in every 12, some kind of more rare pull rate is going to have a special foil treatment for Nightfall where they're going to include little Nightfall themed elements like bats and skulls and spider webs, stuff like that. Here's a little picture of it. So that's cool. The financial implications of that are interesting because clearly those are going to be the chase cards, right? So a lot of the value is going to shunt to those probably on the secondary market, and then the holofoils, and then the reverse holos. I mean, they're all gorgeous, but a lot of value is going to shunt over to those special Nightfall themed variants. We are going to see also, this is a big change too. In Nightfall, every single booster pack will have a rare. So in Cryptid Nation, you didn't always get a rare. You always got a holo, but you didn't always get a rare. So the way Nightfall is going to be is every pack has a rare, but the rare is a non-holo. Which, if they're going to have more rares, because that think about that, if you still have the same proportion of holos and reverse holos, but you now have just all these extra, let's call it common treatment, standard treatment, like non-foil rares, you simply have a large extra volume of rares in your set. So if I were adding to a set, would I increase the number of rares in the set if I know I'm going to have more printed rares distributed through the boxes? Yeah, I probably would. I probably would if I could. So maybe they bump the setup a little bit to add more rares. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But that would be one way to handle that. So this was in response to people saying that it doesn't feel good to open a pack and not get a rare, right? And that's just by convention. If you think about it, what is a rare. Like sometimes it's linked to power, sometimes not. Right? Sometimes the art's great, sometimes not. But we're used to, by convention, we're used to getting rares and booster packs. And so I think MetaZoo heard this and they were like, okay, we'll give you a rare. We'll put a rare in a booster pack. Cool. So in Nightfall, every pack has a rare and every pack has a holo. But the holo could be anything. Could be a rare, which is a gold. Could be an uncommon, like a silver. Could be a common, which is a bronze. In addition, it's been said in the past that, and this was in one of the interviews that Mike was giving. He's given so many, but in one or a couple of those, it was said in the past that he is considering putting a different secret rare, like the red ink card we saw in Crypto Nation First Edition, right? A different, like, super chasey secret rare mixed into each set to kind of help establish the set identity, right? Each one has a different one. Now, I don't know if Crypto Nation's second edition will have a second edition red ink, right? Or if it will have a whole new thing. But unless that has changed, it is likely that Nightfall also has some kind of chase secret rare. Now, will it have box toppers? We haven't seen anything about that. It could. Maybe they would do Terra this time, Or maybe they're putting these variant holofoils, these Nightfall holofoil treatments, as an additional chase for the set in lieu of box toppers. I don't know. Then again, if you don't have box toppers, where do you put the secret rare? Maybe you just put it into the booster set. I don't know. Another crazy... See, if you think about it too, there's so many crazy chase things in this set because they also talked about God packs. So, what is a God pack? And they didn't explain it. They just said Nightfall God packs. So, a God pack historically is a pack that's just either packed with rares or packed with foils. Something's crazy about it. So, the issue, of course, if it's a full rare pack, then that would be fine. That'd be awesome. That would still feel good. If it's a full holofoil pack, obviously you could weigh it, and it would be a super heavy pack, which is still fun. Even though you can weigh it, everybody would know you could weigh it, and so then you just have to be aware that you're probably not going to buy a loose pack and get a God pack unless you're really, really lucky. And that if you ever weigh a pack and get a super heavy pack of your God pack, but I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out more information about that down the road. If there are super secret rare chase cards and Nightfall themed holofoils and God packs and box toppers, that's a lot of fun to be had in one set. So we'll see if it all ends up manifesting. If we do in fact have God packs and box toppers and stuff like that. So. Another major consideration for Nightfall is we do have new printers. The printer is a United States-based printer. It's Cartamundi. They're super, super famous. So this should improve, I think, the distribution. Also, it's going to change how the cards are sorted and packed. So they're probably going to be machine sorted and packed now. So I don't know if they're going to choose true random, like just completely random packs, or some kind of pseudo-random, like a distribution that is at least a certain number of things in one product. So you don't get all of reverse holos, for example, or all holos. And everyone likes different things. Some people just love the lottery of true random. And it is different. And it's bold, And MetaZoo is bold. So, I get that. I get kind of what they're thinking with that. Then again, you get some negative experiences too. So I don't know what they're going to go for. But that is a big consideration too. Because if they go to machine sorting, and if it's not completely random, then the first edition Crypto Nation is a truly unique set where the booster boxes are just crazy, and it might never be like that again. I think part of my problem, or one of my concerns with the true random experience, is that the human mind is wired to remember negative experiences and shock and awe and trauma. And that's why most YouTubers are with their evil canes, and they love to scream and shout and complain and bicker and terrify or whatever, because that's how we're wired. We're born for that, So my concern is that true random creates an equal number of negative and positive experiences. And because the human mind is designed to remember the negative more than the positive, over time, this could actually create just simply more of a negative memory than a positive memory. And that's why, at least theoretically, that's why the other major TCGs don't do this, right? Because they just want to minimize the negative and still have the occasional positive. So my thought is, if you had pseudo-random distribution of products, so you didn't have the totally negative thing, you'd get rid of that. You'd have like a minimum level that you hit, so nobody just gets totally thwomped, right? And then you could throw in the lotto elements like, you know, the secret rare, right? Or god packs, you know, random that, or this little holofoil treatment. So you still get like, euphoria of pulling something awesome, but you don't get like hit by a truck, right? Like you can keep the awesome and get rid of the bad if you're smart about your set construction. So I know the true random is super, 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 super fun. In my opinion, though, there's a reason a lot of other TCGs don't do that. Then again, MetaZoo is like kind of breaking a lot of norms. So I mean, if anyone can show everyone else why they're doing it wrong, it's probably MetaZoo. And I'm gonna be honest, like the way it's launched so far, I just put my faith in. I think whatever Mike picks, like he's gonna like go over everything with a fine-tooth comb, and he's gonna look at it and look at it and look at it, and he's gonna make the best decision at the time. And if they ever have to change it down the road, they will. And that's it. And it's gonna be fun. The last thing about Nightfall that's super important now, if you ordered Cryptid Nation, you'll remember that some of the boxes were dinged, quite a few actually. And the reason for this is two things. Number one, how they were shipped internationally. They weren't like packaged up super kindly. But the other thing though is they put 18 boxes in one case, and then the boxes are a little bit bigger and they had a little space at the top, so they kind of like squished each other a little bit as they were moving around. So the new distribution thing for Nightfall is going to be 6 booster boxes per case, which means if you have smaller boxes, there's more of like reinforced armor when you pack them and ship them, right? And you put all these cases in bigger cases and whatnot. Anyway, it helps prevent shipping damage. So theoretically, with all of this, we're going to have more evenly sorted cards that arrive in boxes that look better, that glows in the dark a little bit and shines a little bit. And we have a lot of fun pull rates and random things to look forward to, and a theme song. Some fun stuff. So if I missed something in Nightfall, put it in the comments. Let me know. Or if you think that there's another implication we didn't consider, put it in the comments. Let's do this. A couple of channel updates for anyone who's still actually watching at the end. For all 2 of you who are still here. Number 1, we're going to be opening up a free Patreon. That's coming very soon, probably next week. I'll show you how to get into that. And the idea is to create a community that gets access to like questions and feedbacks, and then helps me contact you for giveaways and prizes and games and all the kind of stuff we're going to do. This is going to be a community, like a MetaZoo, just community building thing. That's what we're going to do. And so we're going to start off with that probably next week. And then there may be some other things too, like more information on box openings, including for Nightfall, rip and ships, and then we'll see what we can get. And maybe we'll do some bundles for people and just random fun things. So stay tuned for that. Have fun. Thanks for stopping by, MetaFam. I do appreciate it. Have a fantastic weekend. This is Argos.